In this video, we are going to look at the prices of the most commonly used building materials: sand, cement, blocks, stones, wood, iron rods, and more, coming up next. Okay, so today's date is the 3rd of February 2023, and let's start with the price of cement. Today, you can get a bag of Gasem cement 42.5 R grade at 94 Ghana cedis and 32.5 R grade at 88 Ghana cedis. Now this is interesting because in the month of January, the price of cement started at 94 for the 42.5 and ended at 94 for the 42.5. The price of cement remained relatively stable, and that's really good. Like a whole month where we didn't see an increase in the price of cement. Though fuel prices were generally increased in the month of January, price of cement still remained where it is, and that's good. Also, the dollar rate increased slightly in the month of January, but we ended January at 94 Ghana cedis for 42.5 R grade cement. So if you wanted to buy 100 bags of cement for your plastering of your little 2-bedroom house, then you are going to use about 9,400 Ghana cedis for buying 100 bags of cement, and then possibly 10,000 for transportation, right? So if you want to plaster, consider saving at least 10,000 Ghana cedis for the price of cement only. Now next, let's look at Dangote cement, because for Dangote cement, a bag of 42.5 R grade is also selling for 94 Ghana cedis. Now let me know, if you are building in Ghana, which is your preferred choice of cement and why? Do you prefer Gasem, Dangote, Simav, Jata, Supersem? Let me know which brand you prefer and why. And does brand really matter to you? And also, if you are not watching in Ghana but you are building elsewhere, let me know how much cement costs in your local area. For Simav is a cheaper alternative to Gasem and Dangote. So 42.5 R grade Simav is selling at 93 Ghana cedis, and the 32.5 R grade is selling for 83 Ghana cedis. Jata cement is also selling for 93 Ghana cedis for the 42.5 R grade cement. Next, let's look at the prices of iron rods. Now, if you wanted standard iron rods, then the 16mm is selling for 112 Ghana cedis, the 14mm for 82.20 Ghana cedis, the 12mm is selling for 62.50 Ghana cedis, and the 10mm selling for 52 Ghana cedis. Now the price of iron rods also remained the same in the month of January. So we've had about 4 weeks of stability. In the next week, will the prices of cement and iron rods increase or decrease? I pray at worst they remain the same. At best they reduce. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, if you wanted binding wire, a coil of binding wire is selling for 80 Ghana cedis. So this one has moved up marginally, because in the previous 2 weeks it was selling for about 70 to 75 Ghana cedis. Now if you wanted a ton of iron rods, whether it is 16mm, 14mm, 12 or 10mm, where I purchase my iron rods in the Greater Accra region of Ghana, a ton is selling for 7,800 Ghana cedis. Next, let's look at the prices of blocks. So today, if you wanted 5 inches hollow blocks, you can get it for about 6.5 Ghana cedis. And if you wanted 6 inches hollow blocks, you can get it for about 7.50 Ghana cedis. And so if like your contractor comes to you and says you need about 2,000 pieces of 5 inches hollow blocks for, let's say, your tiny 2-bedroom house or for your fence wall, then it means that you are going to pay about 13,000 Ghana cedis just for the blocks. Okay, so next I want us to look at the prices of nails. Now use nails throughout your building project for all your woodwork, even your scaffolding if you decide not to go for like the metallic scaffolding. And so today 3 inches and 4 inches nails are selling anywhere between 80 to 100 Ghana cedis depending on your location. So let me know where you purchase your nails at and how much it's selling for. Next, let's look at the price of wood. So today, if you wanted 2x4 wood, you can get it between 50 and 65 Ghana cedis. If you wanted 2x2, you can get it between 27 and 30 Ghana cedis. And if you wanted 2x6, you can get it at about 90 Ghana cedis. Now, if you wanted the boards, right, the boards that we use for like the pillars and everything, you can get it from like 80 to 100 Ghana cedis. Next, let's look at the price of sand and stones. Now, depending on how far your building site is from where you are going to buy the sand, and how far the truck drivers are also going to fetch the sand from the quarry and all that, you are going to get your sand for between 2,500 to 3,500 Ghana cedis. Similarly, you are going to get your stones for 2,500 to 3,500 Ghana cedis. Again, let me know where you are purchasing your sand and stones from and how much it costs in your local area. So today, a bag of tile cement is costing 41 Ghana cedis, and tile cement and ordinary cement typically lasts about 3 months, 4 months at most before it gets hard or becomes unusable. So use this information wisely and budget. For example, if you might need a tile cement like in 2 months, you can purchase it now to protect yourself against future inflation. Now, with that said, I also get a lot of people asking me questions such as, will the prices of building materials go down? And so do I recommend that they wait for like the dollar rate to go down, fuel prices to go down, and the prices of building materials to go down before they purchase and they build, or they should start building anyways? My advice for you is that in this current economic situation we find ourselves in here in Ghana, maybe other countries are different, when prices go up, they don't really come down. It becomes the new normal. So like when I started my building project, a bag of cement was selling at 33 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos. This was like 3 to 4 years ago, right? Then it gradually moved to 50 cedis, and that 50 cedis became the new normal. Then about a year or two ago, it moved to 65 Ghana cedis. Then that became the new normal. It never went down. And then in the craziness of last year, it jumped to 80 cedis, 88, and now we are at 94. And we are still seeing that though the dollar rate went down in December, fuel prices went down, the price of cement hasn't gone down, right? So we expect that in the next major pricing window, the price of cement is actually most likely going to increase. And so I can't stress enough that you need to do your very best. I know it's difficult times, but do your very best to be buying your materials in bits, be working, try and find other sources of income. Sometimes it even makes good economic sense to go for a loan, because the rate of inflation in Ghana right now is crazy. And if you go for a loan and you even get it at 20% or 30% interest a year, it makes more sense, because in a year the prices of foods and materials can double, sometimes even triple, right? An example is last year we started with the dollar at about 6 Ghana cedis, but at a point we ended around 15 Ghana cedis. That's 2 to 3 times. And almost every other material increased like 2 or 3 times. So if you're putting it in percentage wise, that's like 100 to 200 or sometimes even 300% increase, right? So if you go for a loan at 30% and everything has increased by 200%, and it means that you've actually made a good saving, right? So sometimes just go for a loan and start your project. If you're against loans, maybe find some other sources of income and then continue building. Don't give up. You can accomplish it. Let me know how your building project is going in the comments below. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below as well. And we have a dedicated video on how you can continue to build during these hard economic times. So click on this link to watch this video. Thanks, baby.